Fitzgerald. I'm going to share with you what energy coaching is and how it works, the science that supports it, and how understanding and using energy can have a positive effect on your life. I first learned about energy healing in the 1990s when I was suffering from a condition called OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder. I was interested in alternative ways of healing for my whole life since I was in early high school, and I didn't want to take any drugs. So even though the psychiatrist said that I'd be on antidepressants for the rest of my life, I decided that the way that I wanted to heal was through a more holistic approach. I didn't know anything about energy healing in those days. My first experience was with a hypnotist who taught me how to meditate and how to really connect with myself. I was pretty scared at that time, and so it took a while for me to get into the habit of meditating and to not being terrified every time I closed my eyes. Energy coaching is a field that is now being backed up by scientific research, which is wonderful. Things like quantum physics have proven that we are energy more than we're matter. In fact, if you took away all the energy within our bodies, we'd fit on a pinhead. We'd weigh the same, but we'd only be the size of a pinhead. So the energy that is within us is really important. And our energy can be felt by others. We feel how energetic we are. We feel how energetic someone else is. We can feel what emotions they're feeling, what we're feeling. We're interacting all the time with other people's energy. So it's really important to know about your own energy and what vibration you're in. Also, neuroscience is doing a lot of work through Candace Pert and people like that about neurotransmitters and peptides, and they're finding that this mind-body connection isn't a new age whoop-de-doo thing. It's very real. In fact, in every cell of our body, we can feel every other cell of our body through the electrical currents that run through us and the peptides and the enzymes. So we are one organism. Candace Pert said it perfectly. She said we're a mind-body, or a body-mind, not a mind or a body. So looking at us as separate is very outdated now. So energy transmits messages from one part of our body to another through electrical impulses or electrical signals. So our mind sends signals to our body sends signals to our mind. And if there's a block in that energy field, if there's something emotionally or physically that is blocking that energy, then we will start to get sick, either mentally, physically, spiritually, or emotionally. Our mind and body work together so that the messages that can't get through, or the wrong messages that get through, really affect us. So it's important to know about your energy and how it's working. When our energy is blocked, we don't have access to our true and beautiful self. It's as if we're disconnected, and we feel this when we are disconnected. We know when we are, and sometimes we want to admit that to ourselves, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes we medicate ourselves or get busy or do stuff that isn't conducive to our well-being. What we think and how we feel affects the body and therefore our health. And the good news is that we can change our energy, but we need the right conditions to bring our energy back into balance, to bring our body back into balance. And what I learned over the years of my healing were lots of different modalities or techniques to help with my energy. So I learned hands-on healing, distance healing, things like Reiki, Palawa, esoteric healing. You probably have no idea what they are, but they're all different forms of energy healing. And I learned to do EFT, or emotional freedom technique, to restore balance, energy balance in the body. I also learned things like the conscious awareness technique to clear blockages from the past, because it's the blockages that come from way back when we're quite young that have the most impact on our energy and whether it's flowing properly or not. I learned life coaching. So I'm a qualified life coach. I'm a qualified conflict resolution coach. I have learned about boundaries and how to set them and how to keep them, assertiveness skills, and these things like keep us on the path. They help us to say no when our energy is being depleted. They help us discern. And I also learned mindfulness and meditation to keep me connected to my true and beautiful self, so I don't lose focus on what's really important. So my role in helping you is a facilitator. What I would endeavour to teach you is that your body is your best friend, that it will tell you when you're in and out of balance, and it's about tuning into that and being able to recognise that. Helping you to restore your connection so you can release what holds you back. Understanding and letting go of the events, the people and the situations from long ago that are no longer serving you. And it truly is my passion to guide you. I'm a gifted intuitive, and I've helped many people move through this, their issues very quickly. It took me years to work out what I needed, and now I have techniques that very quickly move you through to where you need to go. It really does speed up the process when you've got someone who's been there that can guide you and support you. It's a very empowering process. So the work is not cathartic like it used to be. When I was doing my healing, it was known that if you didn't have a cathartic experience, you weren't doing the work properly. So now we have much more gentle ways of doing things. So you end up with a toolbox of great skills that keep your energy vibration high. So when you're ready to release the old and make way for an empowered new you, fill out the contact box below, and I'll call you and we'll arrange a time for your qualifying interview, and we can and you can take the first step into an empowered, amazing you. Thank you.